So we're going to go all around the color wheel today. All right. So we are going to go all around the color wheel today. All right. We are going to go all the way through the astrology wheel today. This is fun. I haven't been able to play like this in a while. So we're going to go all through the astrology wheel. Grand Rising. How is each and every one of you? So we're going round robin. This will be exciting. This will be exciting, especially with the energies now, everything that's going on. We've got, you know, Pluto that's going into retrograde on the 4th of May. There is like shift, okay, that is taking place. And I want you to know that a lot of the planetary alignment energies is what you're feeling to embrace right now. So just know that on a collective scale, Pluto's going into retrograde. And then we've got another big shift on the 11th. Mercury sets in as well on 10th, the 11th. Then we have the full moon on the 12th. Then there is another shift on the 23rd of May. And then there's another big planetary shift where Mercury squares the sun on the 30th, meaning it's directly across from, it's 1 degrees. No, it's 1 degrees within the sun is what that means on the 30th, excuse me. So there is a lot of big shifts that are taking place. They want me to dive into each zodiac on this Friday. So we're going to set this in forward motion for this to be over the next 72 hours. All right. So each zodiac sign over the next 72 hours. And we are going to dive in. If any of you would like a more pertinent personal read, the link is in the bio there. Whether it be an energy healing and more personal reading, depending on what comes out here or what that is that you feel pulled or called to do. So here we go. We're going to dive in. Where you want to start, guys? They want me to start with air. Matter of fact, they want me to start with air. So we are going to start with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All right. So Gemini, then Libra, then Aquarius. All right. And we're going to move round robin. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Pay attention to your sun, your north node, your rising. Okay, as we go through these, all right, so more so this is sun, north node, and rising as we go through these, all right, so here we go. All right, Gemini, all right, Holy Spirit and the Divine, at this time, I ask that you give me the eyes to see and the ears to hear what is near for Gemini over the next 72 hours here, beautiful. So there's advice that's being given or that is being looked at by a friend here, Gemini. We also have somebody will try to make you do something against your will here, Gemini. This could be an offer coming through that you don't feel is pertinent to you is what they're giving me. Okay, so this is basically something's going to try to bend something in. Emotional manipulation is the word and the vibration that I'm pulling through here for Gemini. Now, this is for North Node, Rising, and Sun sign, Gemini, just so you know. Now, there will be somebody that you're counseling, right? So you're getting counsel from a friend to figure out what this is, Gemini. All right, like if you should do this or if you should take that. All right, so you're looking to a friend, right, to figure something out. All right, because you don't want to do something in emotional manipulation. Yeah, look, the Two of Swords. So there is something, of course, there more for some type of clarity that hasn't come to the forefront to allow you to see what you need to see. They're telling me that know that in the next 72 hours here, that clarity is going to peak. There's been a heaviness of this energy because of Pluto actually moving into retrograde on the 4th. So there is not all the information that is there. Okay, so of course, air, energy, things trying to doubt yourself, things trying to play upon your mind, but also this does have to do with seeing here. And they're telling me that you can't see the path clearly just yet because this sign hasn't been given to you, okay? Now, this also does have to do with communication, so you're listening deeper into communication to find the revealing here that is needed for you to figure something out. So you may not just be listening to the words, you're listening to the vibration or the in-between energy right here, Gemini, to figure something out. And last card here for clarification here for Gemini. Yep, the Queen of Cups. This is the intuition. So it's not that you need to even use your mind to figure this out this time, is what's being said, Gemini, Sun, North Node, and Rising here. This is about you using the intuition of your divine feminine ability and gifts without apprehension. So they're telling me, of course, you can't see what you need to see because there's something that you're not consulting within the divine self in order to see. There will be advice from a friend that you're able to bounce something off of so you don't fall victim to this emotional manipulation. And it could be to your own doing, because sometimes the best deceivers are ourselves, okay? So pray for the clarity, pray for the wisdom, okay? And ask that you not deceive yourself is the advice that's coming for you, Gemini. All right, Libra. Let's see what you have here in store for you, Libra. All right, here we go. All right, we're moving now in forward motion. So we are talking about Libra, Sun, Rising, and North Node. All right, Holy Spirit and the Divine, I call to you at this time. Give me the eyes to see and the ears to hear for what is coming near for Libra in the next 72 hours. I'm going to take that. They wanted that pop out there, and we're going to keep on going here. So that is the Four of Coins from my understanding, and the Knight of Swords. Excuse me, the Eight of Coins and the Knight of Swords with the Fool on the bottom. All right, and now what this is talking about, of course, you've been building something. This has been time, energy, effort that you have put into something, all right? Whatever this building is, it's time, energy, effort, knowledge. A lot of people don't understand this, but it's like divine sacred knowledge that you've been putting together. When it comes to the Eight of Coins, what works best for you? All the meticulous pieces, like the energy of Legos, right? Stacking blocks. The Knight of Swords is coming in with a lot of direction, right? This is excessive type of energy. This is some type of energy that excessively allows you to see what it is that you need to see. Now, this could be excessive communication, okay? That is telling you what to do next, is what's picking up. Something's no longer going to be in stagnation either. So with you not knowing what to do next, all these fell through. So with you not knowing what to do next, there is excessive communication that's coming at you, okay? There are forces working against you as well as the other side too. So just know that we have the axe out here. So stay very clear in your energy. Stay very clear in your devotion, Libra. Now, beware of great pride. So because sometimes you feel like energy is working against you, your pride can get in the way here, is what they're talking about. You may become more defensive, right, within your own energy. Now, you're in need of help. You're in need of some type of assistance and guidance because you don't know what to do next with what this is that you have in your hands. So there is time that you need to plan ahead, because this is about all you transgressing through into this new energy. What do I do with it? How do I do it? What does this mean? What does that mean? What is the understanding of the in-between? And so there's a lot of excessive communication, but there's also a formulation of direction that's coming to you once you move out of this stagnation. It's almost this heaviness of this energy that's coming over you, Libra, all right, that is not allowing you to balance the scales in what you need to see. So we do have the Fool here on the bottom, and it's as if you know these forces are trying to work against you in this reality and not allow you to be in the energy that you need to be in. So they're telling me right now that you are in need of some type of assistance, some type of guidance, some type of help to figure this out. And so now this is this unsettled time. So they're trying to get you to strategically plan something, whether this be a move. I feel like this is more of a business endeavor, right? I feel like this is more about business plans or moving forward with the divine's demands, is what was just said to me. You're moving into a place of authenticity and authority. All right, Libra. All right, here we go. We're going to move on to Aquarius here. All right. So here we go. All right. Holy Spirit and the Divine, allow me the eyes to see and the ears to hear what it is that comes near for Aquarius at this time. What is it that Aquarius needs to know? Thank you. Something about go. Someone is leaving your life, right? So now when I say this, I do not want you to take this as something negative, all right? This is where there's been made room for something, not just someone. Okay, when this card comes out, it's not just someone, it's something. There's been energy that's been made clear. There's something that is empty in your life that you're trying to fill up, is what they're giving me here. All right. Aquarius, you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So they wanted to give you clarity there, and they're telling me that you are on the right path in regards to some aspect of your life. And for whatever reason, Aquarius, you've been more dramatic than normal in the last 42 hours is what they're telling me. In the last 42 hours, Aquarius, you've been more dramatic, okay, is what they're telling me. All right. And I don't know why. Yeah, the Three of Swords. Something has left you empty inside, but the divine in you is waking up this time to find the authority in you. All right. And this is where it's almost like you're leaning into self, which is leaning more into the Christ consciousness here. You are on the right path, but this is something that you're filling up inside. It's more of this sacred divinity that has been inside of you that's tried to hide. Only by this thing or by this something that you've given up. All right, this is for Sun, Rising, and North Node Aquarius, is pulling you more into the leadership quality of the divine. What's going on, Mama Briggs? All right, link is in the bio if you want a personal private reading. Ace of Coins here. This is what you're moving into because you felt this energy. You have felt this peeling away, okay, Aquarius? You have felt this energy as if something had to be removed from your life. Now, when we're talking about someone or something, it was someone or something that was continuously helping you revibrate in a way that was allowing this pattern to continuously take place. And you've been asking for some type of breakthrough or something to break you through that pattern. And whatever that was, it's left you some type of emotionally shattered because you continued to get the same result. Like maybe you had a different expectation, but you got the same thing from the person again, right? Like maybe it was like sometime, it's almost as if like you reached out to somebody, Aquarius, and you left them a message, right? This was after Mercury is what they're showing me. But you left them a message or you gave them the opportunity to make the chess move, all right, is the best way to say that. And you left the ball in their court, but they still haven't shown their hand, right? So they need you to know that you're on the right path, even though that expectation of that other person actually doing something different left you empty. That was the emptiness that you needed to see, okay, that brought you into this, you're on the right path. They confirmed this arrow of being on the right path with leading you into this new opportunity. If that energy was hanging on to you, you wouldn't be able to make room for this new opportunity, okay, is what they're saying to me. Absolutely beautiful. All right, Aquarius, here we go. We're going to dive back in and we're going to move into fire signs, all right? So we are going to move into Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries here in just a minute, all right? And that's going to be pertinent to your sun, your north node, and your rising, all right? Beautiful. Let's clear some energy here. And we're going to jump into fire. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. If you guys would like a personal live reading, that link is in the bio here. We'll take care of that after these collective messages. And if you would like something more personal on a deeper level, you can hit the link in the bio and jump into the website there. All right. All right, here we go. Something's going on, Sag, with your crown chakra. And there it landed on the floor. The Five of Wands is on the bottom, Sag. The Empress landed on the floor. This is huge. This is huge, Sag. This is where this is just, boom, rooting and grounding. This Taurus energy that's going on, this Taurus season that's going on, Sag, it's rooting and grounding your Empress energy in. For whatever reason, the Five of Wands is the chaos from within that you're leaving behind here, Sag, is what they're telling me. And this fell on the floor. It's not only the energy of the Empress, because the Empress moves when she feels like she needs to move. She doesn't allow anybody to make her move. She doesn't allow anything to make her feel like she has to move either. The Empress does everything based upon intuitive guidance and not just self-reliance, but of course, the self-reliance is the divine guidance being given in, right? So this is where this is being like, this energy, I don't want to give the pretense, okay, it's being forced upon you in this energy. It's like this hit the floor. This is exactly what you're coming into. So like the Empress is non-provoked. She doesn't speak unless she feels like she has to speak. The energy in the rooms move when her energy moves into it. She's connected to all things. She can read all the energy. So not only is this a major arcana, because you come from the High Priestess, the 2 to the 3. The High Priestess is getting you to see all lack of information or all information from multiple sides, in multiple ways, in multiple dimensions. Okay, and that's the secrets being revealed. So in order to get to the 3, you have to move through those things. So now you've moved into this Empress state, and it's like whether you like it or not, destiny is calling for you. Can you hear the knock? Is what was just said. So this is the chaos, and as soon as you step into this and you accept what's being led before you is what's being said here, then you will no longer feel this. It's almost as if like the Holy Spirit and the divine is calling over you at this time, Sagittarius, to step into this divine sacredicity and leading you in this path here that may look uncertain to you, but it's not uncertain to the divine. It's coming through and it's hitting you really heavy right now, okay, Sag? This is beautiful. So as soon as you step into this chaos and a distortion is put to rest because you've said yes and you've stepped into the peace and the authority of what you're moving into in this reality. It's something that you've asked for as well to do or to be in, okay? So don't think that you're in a confusing time. It's this new energy that is moving over you. You're bored with something. This doesn't look the way it used to anymore. Nothing feels right to you. You used to be able to do this or connect with that, and that doesn't feel good. You're bored with a lot of things. That's because you're in a transitional process, a transitional season for this new reason, okay? All right. Here we go. Now we are moving into Aries, all right? And then we're going to do Leo, all right? So here we go. Holy Spirit and the divine, I call to you at this time. Reading for the energies of Aries for the next 72. Allow me the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Alright, here we go, Aries. Pay attention to your nose. Ooh, the 3 of Wands, there we go. Pay attention to your nose. Alright. There's action that you're taking now, Aries. Yeah, you're taking action now. So a lot of you needed clarity is what they're telling me here, Aries. And some of you have gained this clarity. Now this clarity is where you can see the stimulus response outside of you actually reacting to whatever manifestation you've wanted to breed inside of you externally. So therefore then, now you're starting to see little small things trickle in, Aries, is what they're telling me. So you're starting to see, of course, those manifestations come in. It might look a little weird, might still look a little cloudy, might still look a little bumpy, but you're starting to see smaller things trickle in, okay? All right, guys, keep tapping that screen and sharing this live for me. You've got the 3 of Wands here, which is, of course, forward action. So there's been some type of choice in the foundation, Aries, that you have made. Now, you have made this logical mindset choice that was combined with the emotional choice for you to then take this action, whatever this action was. It can be the smallest change. Because the smallest change in the mindset, or the smallest change in the physical vibration, or the smallest change in the next action orientation that you take is actually what is bringing you in this reverberation to see how the universe is reverberating back to you. This is the Ace of Coins. That's your new opportunity. That's your new doorway. This is what you've been asking to receive. Okay? So this is what you're breeding right now. This energy is very slow moving here, Aries. You're ready to go. You're pumped up. You're on fire. But the earth energy right now is cascading over all your desires. So it's not just one thing that needs to transpire. It's this thing and that thing and that thing in order for this thing to be completely grounded out. Even though this desire and this fire is being built up inside of you right now. This is what's leading you to the new opportunity. If you need to, quote unquote, ground your emotions because you get this angst or this amped up energy that you got to go, or you got to make this choice, or you got to do this, ground your energy in by using some water element. Now, that doesn't always necessarily mean that you need to be next to water or you need to take a shower. You can meditate in the vibration of water. You are water. You are the imprint. So you can sit in meditation. Over in Eastern culture medicine, they literally sit there and they tell you that the soul is the imagination. Here, they tell us it's the imagination. So when you're connecting to those things, it's worth more than the weight in gold here, Aries. But sometimes you get ahead of yourself. And they're telling you not to get ahead of yourself this time. Everything is right in line and right in due time. Okay, is what was just said. Look, the Six of Cups energy. This is that soul marrying process that you're going through. So you are going to be meeting a lot of people in this divine frequency that do feel more relatable and more soul family-like as well. Okay? You're welcome. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, the link is in the bio. If you guys would like a more personal, in-depth reading, that link is there too. If you guys would like an in-depth healing or mentorship or reading, you can visit the website there. Link is in the bio. All right, here we go, guys. We got good old Leo. Good old Leo. You're such beautiful softies. All right. All right, here we go. Archangels, Holy Spirit, and the Divine. At this time, I ask that you give me the eyes to see and the ears to hear all that needs to become clear for Leo in the next 3 days. Gracias, abuela. All right, and here we go. There's potential pathways, all right? So the peacock comes out for you too. So there's potential pathways here. And now we've got the kangaroo. Beware of pride. Thank you. So here we go. This is interesting how these two relatable energies between Leo and this, I feel like this is more in past tense is what Abuela is giving me, to be honest with you. But this is something that you just fought against, Leo. Give me a minute because they're giving me two sections here for you, and I don't know why. I just got to do with what I got to do here. This is for Sun, Rising, and North Node. Because I know what she gave me is not incorrect, but the point is here that this is something that's in the past here. There's something of like, you feel some type of regret for having to cut something off, right? But that would be prideful of you to think that you cut something off when you didn't have to. That's more of the ego coming through. That's something that you've been through, right? You've already known there was some type of energy. Now, this is what's crazy. It's not crazy. It just is what it is. They're giving me some type of frequency attack, some type of UAP, some type of energy that was clouding and crowning your ability to be able to feel what was real or what was needed or what needed to peel. And that's why you were in this standstill is what they're giving me here, okay? That's why you were in this standstill is what they're giving me. Now, gracias, abuela. Let's move forward here, okay? That's something that's just going on in the last 24 hours here, okay? That was something that's very close, like the last 15 to 24 hours. You can't... Okay, it's because you came more in tune with yourself. You came more in tune with the Holy Spirit, with the Holy Ghost is what's being said. Not in a negative way. This is literally where you leaned into that energy. You became more close. You know how they say new levels, new devils? right, Leo? It's like new levels, new devils here. You came more in tune with your higher self in a very emotional way. You opened up your heart chakra, which is a beautiful thing. But sometimes when you open that heart chakra up and you're at a new frequency and a new level, this energy will come against you. And it looks like the devil. And so that energy is very tempting to fall into. And that's where the pride was trying to fight against you or trying to hide against you. And that's why it's like that was unsettled. So now you're learning a different level of spiritual attack. This could have been like sleeping in astral, you know, like where you were on your back. You got caught off guard is what they're giving me here, Leo. And this is where you came more into connection of self. That's why this happened, okay? More into connection of the sacred divine. You became more online, okay? Is what was just given to me. All in due time. Thank you, Abuela. And so now we're in a... There it is. The Queen of Swords and the Five of Cups in reverse. The hardship's over. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is clarity, truth, divinity, right? It's where it's very clear. The clouds have cleared normally around her crown. She can see everything for what it is. Thank you, Mama Briggs. And you've got the Five of Cups in reverse here. And so that means that this energy, the worst is over now. That's exactly what the Five of Cups in reverse means. It means that the emotional energy, the despair, the triumph is what's here. Okay, Leo, is what's being said. But you had to see things closer and look again closer with this Queen of Swords energy, asking for the divine truth, asking for the divine clarity to be pulled over you is what was just being said. Okay, that's absolutely beautiful. And we got the Five of Swords. So this caused a lot of confusion. This caused some of that, okay, the spirit of mammoth, which is lethargy. It was like, I know I'm supposed to be doing something, but I just can't even gain direction in what I'm supposed to be doing. So I guess I should just sit here quietly. And it was like, man, I got things, I just don't want to do any of it. I don't want to do anything. And that's where this energy was pulling on you in some type of frequency-oriented attack. That's done and over with now, and that gives me confirmation with this Five of Cups is what Abuela was telling me. Yes, ma'am, thank you. She needed to give me the backstory for some of you. The Ten of Wands, the burdening. So, the Ten of Wands is where this is complete, right? The 9 is almost complete. The 10 is complete. So then, therefore, the 10 of completion. So this overburdening stagnation of energy is not going to hinder you down anymore. There it is, the Ace of Wands. So there's a new book that's being written. There's a new energy of precision. There is a new energy of force that's walking beside you. As above, so below, as within, so without. So that would be, of course, what we've talked about over the last day with the prism, right? When we were talking about coming in connection with the human self and the soulful self, coming into connection with the human self and the higher self, and coming in connection with the internal and external self as well. All right, here we go. There's Leo, and we've got through Aries, Sag, and now we're going to move into water, okay? All right, we're going to move into water. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Okay, so we're going to first move into Cancer energy. Cancer Sun, Cancer North Node, and Cancer Rising here too. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see. Compromise. Right off the rip, man. Right off the rip, Cancer. They said compromise. Now let's define into this even deeper with this word compromise. Right? See, I don't feel like, yeah, you don't need to compromise. It's not you that needs to compromise. It's the energy that had to align with you to compromise with you. It's like you were calling for a compromise, but you were already in the compromise. It's the energy that needed to react to you to get the compromise to come through. All right, is what's being said. Yeah. Alright, Cancer, here we go. Holy Spirit and the Divine, I call to you at this time. Allow me the eyes to see and the ears to hear clearly for Cancer and what comes near. Sun, North Node, and Rising. Thank you, Spirit. Here we go. We've got the Four of Wands, the foundation here. Celebration, right? This is what's coming near. Alright? There is a celebration in mid-May for you, Cancer. There's like this 2-week delay. Look at that. I just said this 2-week delay. We've got the Hangman in reverse. So this is telling me that there's been a 2-week delay. There is a delay here. All right. There is a foundational thing that was in delay. So this celebration is coming your way. When we talk about the Hangman is really sacrificing something without necessarily always knowing that they're sacrificing something, but it's to gain enlightenment, right? It's to gain wisdom. It's to gain knowledge here. It's to be able to see things clearly. They said to be able to look in the mirror. So therefore, then, when you get the Hangman in reverse, it's a place of authenticity where you've learned to trust. You've learned what it is to sacrifice this or sacrifice that, is what's being said. But it didn't come at a cost. I hope that makes sense. You might not have really felt like you were sacrificing anything. This is where this energy pulls you back to get you to learn something again, or get you to see something in a different way. Okay? The Hermit is the one that comes down off the mountain and actually is ready to take the enlightenment and actually use it in a profound way. The Hangman here in reverse is telling me that you've gained that knowledge, you've gained that wisdom about what to do within this foundation. They're saying a foundational move. When we talk about the wands, we're talking about career. We're talking about, could be family structure just because of the wands or the people in your home, okay? So maybe there's a different energy that you're carrying in your home. Some people take this as like maybe you're moving rooms around, the spring cleaning is going on. But there is something in this celebration that is coming for you. It was hung up, the Emperor here. So there's more of you than being able to clearly take hold or take grasp of what this project is this celebration that you're going to do. A lot of you will be moving, okay? A lot of you will be moving here. Cancer is what they're giving me. So it's like you are going to be moving into this celebration. This Emperor shows up. Now, for those of you that are looking for love, it's showing itself to be prevalent. Now, the Three of Swords comes out and the Eight of Wands. So this is giving me past energy. This is where this Eight of Wands, you can't see this clearly. This Eight of Wands is moving into this energy very quickly is what they're giving me. But at the same time, there's some type of relationship context here. There's some type of relationship context that has brought you some type of emotional disdain, right? Maybe you couldn't trust in this energy too much and you needed to refrain. And that's why the Hangman comes out. And now you've made this decision to trust in self more, or trust in this relationship more, or trust in this physical vibration. The Emperor really just goes and does things. Sometimes it's not very a nice energy that you're dealing with here, Cancer. And this energy that comes through really causes you to possibly question or doubt yourself. But they're really having you move into this energy or through this energy. It's almost like they're going to be showing you what it is you're feeling, but it's an outside vibration that's affecting you. It's not an internal thing here, but it's a very quick turnaround is what's being said. Look, the Two of Cups. So it's a very quick turnaround. So like you may get your feelings hurt over the next 72 hours by the masculine that's in your life. Shit, you might even hurt your own feelings, you know, for that matter. You might like abruptly make a decision and then realize maybe that wasn't the best decision to make. Whatever it is, you're continuing very quickly on the pathway to come into this knowledge or this wisdom or this understanding of higher self here. The Two of Cups is coming out. There's a wheel that's turning in your favor, obviously. So whatever this little hiccup or this little hang up is, it needs to happen in order for this destiny wheel to turn, is the best way that I can say this. Okay? It's as if you are in a place where you need not to respond, okay, to the trigger, Cancer. You need to not, because you've learned what this energy is to discern. So you need to not respond to this energy that comes through in the next 72. And that's what's going to lead you into the very, very, very forward direction here, Cancer. It's almost as if like the Emperor energy does things not in a way of thinking of what the, not repercussion, but the vibration of what they threw in the melting pot, right? To see how much it reverberates to. And therefore, then whatever what is said, whatever what is done, it emotionally strikes you, but you quickly move on and you quickly move into this energy of coming together with this destiny that is coming through. Okay, it's almost as if like you are learning to discern what really pay attention to in some type of relationship context. Now, for those of you that are in this Cancer energy, it's also denoting something to yourself, right? It's like where you get to a point where you're like, you almost get the fuck it's and it doesn't matter. But that moment that you get the fuck it's is exactly what you're supposed to do. And this energy comes through like a clatter is what was just said, like chatter. And you just sit here and you go, fuck it, I'm going to do this. And that's the direction that connects you here. That's the direction that connects you here into your higher self. That makes things very clear to change your destiny. Maybe this is where you were trying to control yourself, some of you, or control what you thought it was to be in your reality is what's being said to me. But then the divine is moving you into and through this energy. All right, maybe it's something you thought you were supposed to do. It's not a tower though. It's where the emperor almost takes this authoritarian approach, and it's where you retract back. You learn a new approach that moves you in a new direction. Okay, wholeheartedly. All right, here we go. We're moving on to Pisces here. All right, we're moving on to Pisces, and then we have Scorpio, and then we're moving into Earth signs here, and then we'll jump into any private sessions. All right, personal sessions live. All right, here we go. Clear some of this. I left my bell downstairs, so I did a quantum and shamanic healing yesterday, and I left my bells downstairs. Normally, I would use my bell, but I don't have my bell right now, and they want Palo anyway. Isn't it always beautiful how it just works out? All right, here we go, guys. So here we go. The clouds. All right. Pisces energy. There's a lot going on in Pisces right now. There's a lot going on spiritually and emotionally speaking. There's a lot going on in Pisces, all right? Time to get out of a situation, Pisces. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. For some of you, you've already done this here, Pisces. This is Sun rising in North Node. So you're getting yourself out of this situation is the best way that I can explain this. Or some of you are in this where you just got out of this situation. All right, you're not backing down from anything that does not make you feel sound or make you feel proud. Okay, is what this energy is giving me. Look, you've got the bull energy here too. If this is not Taurus all over Pisces, I don't know what is. All right, this is huge. So it's time for you to get out of a situation. For some of you, you have just recently gotten out of this situation. For some of you, you're planning on how to get out of that situation. Is the best way that I can, all right, give that to you. Do not back down from opposition. So strength and fortitude here. All right, let's see what this is. The Knight of Cups. This is where you're going to have to lean into your emotional trust, into your gut, into your intuitive abilities. There's something with this Pluto shadow that's messing with your ability to see, so you may be diving in more to your spiritual reality is what they're giving me here, Pisces. North Node, Sun, and Rising here. All right, they want you to stay very clear. They want you to stay very grounded. We've got the Tower in reverse. This is actually beautiful because this is telling me that some of you didn't want to move out of the situation, or you were in apprehension, okay, because you didn't understand or didn't know what was taking place, all right? So the Tower in reverse tells me that you had a hard time acknowledging what Spirit was trying to tell you to move through or move out of, all right? And now it's almost as if like Spirit's going, you want it the easy way or the one it the hard way? I told you to get out of the situation. You've been feeling like you need to get out of this situation. You're still not acknowledging this situation, but you need to push through the opposition that tries to play upon you, all right? This is literally the Knight of Cups mixed in with the Tower. So it's like your emotions didn't allow you to flower, but yet at the same time, meaning they kept you there because let's just face it, Pisces, sometimes you stay too fucking loyal in places you shouldn't. You emotionally stay in places too long that you shouldn't. Your time, your energy, and your effort. And so then therefore, this tower of this realization, you were led by temptation. So then you see how you were led by temptation into this situation to not believe in your intuitive abilities is what they're giving me. And then it's like this energy completely just pushed you out of there. You had no choice but to go or but to leave. And that's what this tower is representing. For some of you, this just happened. For others of you, this situation is getting ready to concur. And if this is for you, you've been feeling this in your vibration already. I'm just confirming what you're feeling. If it is not for you in relation, you're going to be going, what the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. Because there's nothing like that going on in my vibration. Good. It doesn't relate to you just yet in your sun, okay, your north node, or your rising. So now, for others of you, you've been through that situation. Others of you, it's time where you need to move in to more of a spiritual vibration. And it's almost as if like you had to believe more in yourself about what this spirituality, what you were built for, what you were to see in your reality. So you're not backing down from this new spiritual reality. Look, the Five of Cups. You're not backing down from this new spiritual reality that plays upon you right now. When this card comes out, all it really means is you can't see everything that you're supposed to see right now. It's the optimism cup, right? It's telling you to take a closer look at something. It's telling you to take a closer look at maybe how your emotions are overdriving the experience here, and you're not allowing the divine to show you where it is that you need to grow. So this is absolutely beautiful, Pisces. That is in reverse, and look, you've got the Ten of Cups. They just need you to know, to be confirmed, that whatever pretenses that you no longer could be in, whether it be an energy within a family dynamic, a career dynamic, okay, or an energy within yourself, Spirit is moving you out of that situation. And you cannot back down from the vibration that tries to play on your emotions. This is where you are now leading with optimism. Some would say more gratitude. You're seeing actually the light in the darkness here that's been trying to tell you something. The Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is that love vibration. This is what you've been trying to move into. But only through going through this were you able to be rewarded with the Ten of Cups. Okay? Only through going through that are you rewarded with that vibration of the Ten of Cups. Alright? Alright, now we're moving into Scorpio. Alright, here we go. Alright. Holy Spirit and the Divine, I call to you at this time. Allow me the eyes to see and the ears to hear clear for Scorpio and what comes near. Alright, here we go. Ooh, Scorpio, position of authority here, don't you know, is what was just said. You've been given a new throne, a new authority, a new way to go, a new direction has been received, is what's being said to me. So there's new reflection that's upon you. There's new direction that's being received, Scorpio. There's a new sense of authority, right? It's almost as if like, I'm not saying this with any pretentious ego or pride that's unveiling here. This is more of like a state of worthiness here where you've learned like your divine authority. You've learned your sovereignty. You've learned of a place of stepping into, right? They always have told me, and they'll probably relate this to you in your own way. A queen or a king comes off no throne for a peasant, okay? And that's the best way I can say that, all right? By what this card is giving me the energy to here when it comes to you guys, Scorpio. So this is beautiful. So this is where things are changing. Oh my goodness, we've got the Fool card that just came out to confirm that there, Scorpio, and we've got the Ten of Swords sideways. So there was a lot of confusion, a lot of communication, a lot of jumbled and jarbled information. as well here. Now, there was a lack of information. That lack of information is what you're crossing through right now. The 10 is completion. So it's almost complete. This is what you're passing through. Tomorrow, you're going to be in the energy. You have to remember that a lot of you guys that are in this room, you feel the energies 3 or 4 days before they happen. So this is the energy that you've been feeling here, that you've been crossing with this Pluto energy that's coming in on the 4th in retrograde. So the position of authority, this is pushing you to that new beginning. I don't understand or know why specific in your astrological chart here, guys. But for those of you that do hold Scorpio in your sun rising, okay, or your north node, I want you to know that whatever this was as a 10 of swords to you, it has moved you through into this position of authority and into this Fool vibration, which is new. Now, see, the Fool is kind of cool because he has information. He just doesn't know what to do with it. He just doesn't know which path to put it on, right? He has the information, right? He just doesn't know what to do with it. We don't know if he's going to go backwards. We don't know if he's going to go forwards. We don't know what the Fool is going to do with the knowledge and the wisdom that it's gained. The Fool is only here after it has been in some type of completion. You could call this generational. You could call this karmic. You could call this a soul restoration in a spiritual context, right? But there's been some part or some piece of you that has had to have whatever type of ending in a vibration within you to put you into this position of authority inside of you, to move you into this Fool type of energy. All right? We just don't know what you're going to do with it yet. We just don't. Look, the Death card on the bottom. Okay? The Death card on the bottom of the deck. The Devil sideways. Yeah, there we go. The 6 of Wands here. All right, so this is beautiful. The Devil energy sideways. So this is part of that spiritual authority that you've been learning or decoding. All right, you've had to learn to discern the spiritual intelligence, and there were a lot of emotions that had to burn, Scorpio, is what they told me. Okay, a lot of emotions had to burn, and a lot of you had to learn spiritual intelligence and emotional intelligence and discernment here. And so these are the bridges that you've been crossing. It's over with, that is moving you into this victory type of energy. When we have the 6s, it's a balanced energy, right? It's a recompense, okay? It's a very balanced recompense of energy. So you putting the fight in, or you putting the energy into moving past this thing to gain this position of authority here, to move out of stagnation or move out of the hurt or the regret or the pain, is putting you into a new Fool's vibration to have a physical victory within your reflection, okay? Beautiful. All right, here we go. We're going to move into Earth signs here. All right, we're going to move into Earth in just a moment here. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Here we go. And we'll jump into some in-depth channelings and readings and healings for who needs to know here. All right. Since you... Here we go. Yes, sir. No, thank you. You're sweet. I knew you went to do that. You're sweet. You can put it down. I love you. I'll take it. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, here we go. Holy Spirit and the Divine, I call to you at this time. Allow me to see what it is that I need to see. For Virgo, we're going to do Virgo first, okay? So Virgo, here we go. We're going to do Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn is what was just said. So Virgo. Allow me the eyes to see and the ears to hear what it is that Virgo needs to know at this time over the next 72 hours here. Everything's fine, Virgo. There's some type of worry. There's a lot of fear being pumped. You know, I was watching this astrology report by these two guys, and they were talking about different planets during different risings and different shifts, right? And it was interesting because they were telling me here that when certain planets are in certain areas, there's certain physical ailments that come around. Okay, there's physical happenings that some planets, you know, in your rising signs and stuff like that. It's like we're more accident prone, right? And so these guys were talking about this, and it's like, Virgo, there's some type of concern here with health or something about that. There's some type of worry, and this worry is not good for your body right now, okay? All right, here we go, Virgo. What is it that Virgo needs to know? Thank you. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. This is definitely you leading yourself into this Ten of Pentacles. You know, happy home, happy life. The finances, financial stability here. But that's the worry here. The worry is that the finances are not going to become stably clear. The Queen of Cups in a negative vibration, because the Queen of Cups doesn't have to be in reverse to carry the vibration of the opposite energy. The Queen of Cups is in worry sometimes. She's not leaning into her own spiritual discernment about how to get this Ten of Coins. Look, you've got the sun behind you, the energy of the sun, which is about the feminine creation, the worry here. And so the Queen of Cups in the opposite vibration of trust and trusting her intuitive emotional self and stepping into the art of creation and reverberation. She questions herself. She worries too much. She doubts herself. She doesn't understand the full embodiment of surrenderance here. And so this is the energy here. Yes, you're trying to get here, but how do you get from this Queen of Cups energy of this full embodied trust and surrenderance? What does that mean? What does that look like for you? We can say those things very easily, but until you're trained in what surrenderance feels like to you, it looks like to you, it heals like to you, you're only going to know that for you. Each is individual and unique in their own blueprint of how they feel through these things, see through these things, and go through these things. Because that's the way that the blueprint, your blueprint, was instilled for you to be able to receive what it is you need to receive for the inner standing, for you to be able to get through this. Well, how do you lean into this? Spirituality, the divine, because this is what's behind the Ten of Pentacles. So this is the advice. The advice is, what do I do? Well, you're stepping into the womb of creation. You're stepping into the sanctuary. You're stepping into more divination. You're stepping into more meditation and conversation. Okay, you're stepping into more of saying, okay, divine, what you put in front of me this time, what is it that I need to learn today? What is it that I need to discern today? Help me and guide my way today. And what that does is that also breeds clarity within oneself. So there's a lot more spiritual connection that is needed here in internalization. You're trying to connect to something, but you don't know what that something is yet because you don't necessarily know how to feel it. In order to be able to feel the divine is real, you have to be able to receive it. In order to receive it, you have to be able to perceive it. But yet the divine is a feeling. It is not a thing. It is not a person. It is not something that you can lay eyes on in that way. And so in order to open yourself up to that, to trust that, you have to be able to continuously feel that vibration, see how that vibration responds to you in your element here to give you the information that you need. And so this is what you're really, really having to dive into and fall into to receive this Ten of Coins. This was behind the Ten of Coins. The advice is, what do I do? Well, this is what you fall into, which teaches you the opposite of the Queen of Cups, which is leaning into the divine sacred femininity, leading with the emotional self. Okay, it's not any type of insecurity. When the Queen of Cups is in her light self, there's no insecurity. She's leading by the emotional divine of the Christ inside. You are becoming of the Christ. So then therefore, you have to be able to sit in that vibration and feel what that vibration is and feels like and looks like for you and more. You don't know what that is until you start to peel away the layers of your blueprint, because how it feels in everyone's vibration and how it reacts to everyone's vibration is different based upon their own internalization. And who is anyone to you to depict what the Christ consciousness or what the divine is in the vibration of a feeling for you? I think that's where we went wrong a lot of times, was telling people what they felt and what it was and what it is for them, instead of helping them to fall into alignment with what it is for them. And I think that's where a lot of things and a lot of translations got lost. Okay. What's going on, Shifting? How are you? So this is what I have for Virgo right now. Yeah, man. Beware of greed. Okay, so they mean this in a different way, because once you start to fall in love with yourself and fall in love with the divine inside, sometimes you don't want to do anything else but be in that vibration. And I understand that. And you crave that vibration and you get greedy for that vibration, and I understand that. But you're having to balance out the space of being very spiritual and human. That's a very difficult place to be, okay, Virgo? So if you need help with that, that's what my mentorship space is here for. All right, here we go. Now we are moving straight into Cap. All right, so here we go, Cap. Beautiful. Right on time. Thank you. I was looking for something a little more chill, but okay. Cool. Here we go. Holy Spirit and the Divine, I call to you at this time. Allow me the eyes to see and the ears to hear very clear for Capricorn at this time. What is it that they need to know within their sun, their rising, and their north node? Okay. All right. Capricorn, Spirit really is celebrating you at this time. Now, I don't understand what the celebration is for. I'm not sure, but there's something here. Yeah, look at this. Queen of Wands comes out. So we've got the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Cups that comes out for you. So this is beautiful. This is where it's such a energy that is very prestigious. It's very profound, and you are making things happen here. Sometimes in this vibration of making those things happen, you actually not on purpose, but you make people question themselves. So if you were in a place where a lot of people are looking at you funny, or a lot of people don't understand what it is that you're doing, understand that that's the demand of your energy right now. If they can't understand what you're doing or see what you're doing, then they don't need to be in your frequency somehow, is what's coming through, because you're trying to vibrate through this Ten of Cups, this emotional peace, okay? And this level of trust. You've been through enough deceit, is what was just said to me, Capricorn. Okay? You overburden yourself sometimes too much as well, Capricorn. Yeah, look, you're waiting for some type of news package or letter that's coming to you. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. So you're waiting for some type of news. But what's interesting is that I feel like you've taken action to get some type of news. All right? You've taken some type of action to get some type of news. A long journey is coming ahead here, Capricorn. So you're going to be moving or physically doing something that is going to put you in a wiser place at the end. To be in this Ten of Cups energy, okay? So this is a manifestation of something that is coming through for you. There is waiting of news or a package or letter. Temperance. What did I say? You're in the balance measures. You're just waiting for this to transcend, is what's being said. Okay, this opportunity is ahead and you should take it. It might leave you in your head, but it's what is supposed to be for you. Look, this is beautiful. The Two of Swords just comes out with the Page of Cups and the Tower in reverse. The Tower in reverse is the self-doubt. Okay, right now they're telling me to tell you, Capricorn, that the self-doubt is what is leaving things stagnant and about while you wait for this news package or letter. There's this self-doubt that is coming with this Tower in reverse. And so it's almost like you've been in this energy for so long that you've doubted something, okay? But it's not that you've doubted it all along. You've doubted it partially is what they're giving to me. This Page of Cups energy is this beautiful new vibration that's coming through. And this energy is almost leading you. Now, for some of you, I feel like this is family orientation. I don't even know why they're diving me into this, but I have to say what I said. So for some of you, this is where this has to do with children. I don't see anything with custody, but what I do is I feel like the child energy is coming more forward to you to reveal things to you. It's almost as if like they're bringing you some type of confirmation in ahead, okay? And so there is a long journey here that you're going on. You're waiting on this news and then you're going on this long journey. Yeah, you're going to have to stand your ground when you go on this journey, because here's the deal. The Nine of Wands is here, which is telling me that something's almost clear. For some of you, I see you leaving with a child here, Capricorn, where it's like you're balancing out this energy and now you're moving with this child. And so you've got the Nine of Wands here where you feel like you're carrying everything, but actually, it's actually a blessing here that's coming through in disguise with the Four of Swords here, where it's almost like this blissful, relaxful energy is coming over you while you know exactly what this is that's going on. Now, there is this long journey. It's almost as if like you really are in this place. You're in a hurry, but this is no hurry. There's justice that's coming for you. The Seven of Cups, you know not what to do. You don't know what to put your emotions in at this time here. But I want you to know that whatever this journey is, this Ten of Cups is, that's trying to be fulfilled and come in, it's the balance of the emotional state and not resisting the change. So you've been resisting some type of change. Look, this is a manifestation that you've asked for. And so what it is that the divine is actually changing whatever this circumstance is here for you to be able to move into this. But it doesn't always look pretty, okay, Capricorn? It doesn't always look pretty. So you may have people questioning you. You may have people questioning your reality or what it is that you're doing. But I want you to know that this is a place in which Spirit has prepared for you to go. All right, Spirit has prepared for you to go. The more that you know, it almost actually kind of what they're giving me, Capricorn, kind of hurts you because of the monitoring spirits that are watching you. So you may not know what it is you're about to do until it actually comes upon you, is what's being said here. All right. That's why the waiting for news is coming out. Like, it's like nobody's supposed to know what's going to go down until it actually happens. Here is what's being said. But this is a call for justice for you. All right. It's like recompense is what's coming through. All right. Here we go. Taurus. We've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of energy here in your energy. The Page of Coins. So we've got three energies in your energy right now. All right, Taurus, we've got three energies in your energy. We've got another energy, and there you are, the Empress. Okay, so we've got the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Coins, the Page of Cups, Taurus. You got a lot going on. The King of Swords is an energy of a new contract and a new level of spiritual intelligence here that's coming through. Now, what's interesting here is the King of Swords is presenting itself as some type of outside contract that's coming to you. Now, what's cool here, too, is that they're showing me there could be some type of cusp energy because the Queen of Wands, of course, denotes Aries energy. All right, so this is telling me that maybe some of this has to do with Tauruses being built or being born around the cusp here too. So whatever this contract is, it was presented to you during Aries season. It's cute because we've got like this younger child vibe, and there goes, okay, hold on, slow down. Thank you. We've got the Emperor now. This is a lot, and we're going to connect this in different ways and different vibrations here. So don't go anywhere yet. She's almighty. Well, it is your birthday month. Jeez almighty. Okay. So we've got something that is being presented in your energy back in Aries season, okay? This is your energy. This is you. You're in the Empress move. You're not moving. You're not budging. These court cards around you are above you, meaning you're seeing everything from the bottom up. And you're seeing all things are all layers here. This is why they put you below this, and this is the energy that's around you. This energy is conforming to this energy. The energy outside of you. We have the King of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Page of Coins. We have the Page of Cups. We've got the Emperor energy too, which matches the Empress. So, this is a lot. We've got this down here, and this is another part. This is almost here. This is almost what's becoming clear, is what's being said. These energies have been in your energy. So this is the energy around you that you've been carrying. Okay? Now, it's almost as if like the energy around you is looking at you to shift, or looking at you to make some type of move or direction. The Page of Coins and the Page of Cups are two new opportunities of emotional and physical trust that's coming to some of you. There are two new levels of new emotional trust and also new opportunity is what's being said to me. Now, a lot of people record the pages of being messengers. Not only are they messengers that can be possibilities, but these are more of like spirit messengers. They come in a childlike energy. These could be children around you too that are bringing you messages. But physically, in a pretenses, I feel like this is energy that's being presented to you for you to step into, okay? A new physical, grain, financial opportunity, a new emotional maturity, a new emotional, intellectual maturity, because that's how the Empress sits. The Empress doesn't move. She's not even provoked to move. She moves when she feels like she needs to. She speaks when she feels like she needs to. This is a very heightened awareness peak of energy. But it's this opportunity that's coming to you that is being brought by this Emperor, is the best way I can say this. There is something here for half of you in this demographic, okay? Now we're moving into the other half of you, because I understand and know that they're split. Not all of it is love. Not all of it is business. Some of this comes from internal existence here. So just let me dive into this, because even for you, they need me to take out 1, 2, and 3 is what they're asking me to do. They want me to leave the King of Swords for the other half of you, the Queen of Wands, and then down here we have the 7 of Coins, to the 9 of Coins, to the 10 of Cups, to the Queen of Swords, and then to the 6 here. Now, the 6 of Swords and the Queen of Swords is what is underneath you with this vibration of the Empress too. This is cool, because what it's telling me here is, number 1, you're not a fool. Number 2, you are laying the groundwork out. It's a very strategic energy that is planning something out. You are moving away from some type of thought pattern, some type of something that kept you connected in an emotional way. That emotion is what has driven this force to allow you to see something more clearly as the Queen of Swords, to step into the Empress state, to say, okay, I'm not going to move until I have the next piece. Now, the 7 of Coins is where you have planted many seeds before. And it doesn't mean that these seeds are not prosperous. It means they have not prospered yet. But they are going to prosper bountifully, is what was just said, to lead you into this new opportunity, which is part of the Ten of Cups here, okay? Now, only by removing this type of energy from the mind, right? Were you able to see something clearly this time, to be able to connect to all things, to be able to merge with this contract that is new for you. A lot of you are in this energy of building some type of partnership, or where you're learning to make something new, restore something new. A lot of you, this is an internalization too, where you are in this new energy of the Page of Coins, but only because you move through this type of stagnanticity too. You're trying to get something to maneuver or to change or to manifest within you to be able to make something happen for you, is what's being said for some of you, to lead you into the Ten of Cups. There's some type of action that you need to take with the Queen of Wands present here, because she knows what she wants. She knows what she needs to make the thing happen. And so then therefore it's this conglomerate of energy that's around you that's molding and shaping and crystallizing as these energies come forward with the authority of the planets at play. This, for whatever reason, is where they're showing me there is a shift for you guys actually next week, where a lot of this comes together here. You're in the middle of some type of peak before this resistance falls away and you step into more of the clarity, more of the opportunity, more of the Ten of Cups here that's coming your way. Right now, you're in this kind of peaceful state where you've moved away from things that don't bring you peace, to be in this peace, to have the clarity because of the crown and the frequency that is around that's fueling this clarity to be found. Others of you were more in a family dynamic where this is affecting the entire family, where there's more of a coming together of the family, okay, during this summer as well. Whatever this is leading you into a very harmonious, happiest state here. Okay, Taurus energy. All right, thank you guys. That was absolutely beautiful. For those